Dr. Satish, you mentioned about listening to your body while running. I would like your expert opinion on listening to your body in three phases: pre, during the run, and the post run. So, what would be your advice on it?
See, when I say listen to your body, I would broadly put it into two things. One is the best indicator you have is pain. If there is some pain, that means it is an indirect way of your body telling you to take a step back. The pain, if it is temporary, let's say you had some niggle today and then you went to bed and by morning the niggle is gone, you're fresh, that's fine. You can go on and do it again. But if the pain persists or if the niggle is persisting, then you need to take a step back and understand why this is happening and try to correct. The second is how you feel about yourself, recovery. Rest and recovery are equally important as as much as training in an endurance run. So next day morning, if you're feeling fresh, if you're feeling well recovered, you had a good night's sleep, you had eaten well, all these tie up into how you feel next day morning, then you go ahead and continue to do your practice every day. But the most important thing is remember that rest is equally important. Your body recovers, your muscles rebuild during rest. During a race, most of us develop, some niggle here or the other. We get a pain here or the other, and we are able to overcome and run. The only thing I would suggest is that you don't have to do your personal best in every race.
True.
A lot of things need to happen, and you need to be in the right place at the right time, and a lot of other conditions need to be conducive for us to attain a personal best in every race. So do your best, enjoy the race. There's another adage I like to quote. I don't know who's done this, but the actual race is the training process.
True.
You just go to the race day to collect your medal. That's about it.
Yeah.
So, and then comes the post run. You need to give it sufficient time. Running a marathon is a big ask. Your body goes through various changes. You can actually measure some of the changes, physiological changes your body goes through in terms of various indicators. So you need to give it sufficient time for it to recover and take care of yourself. You need to correct your dehydration, you need to take care of your nutrition, you need to make sure that your body recovers well, rested well before you continue to race again or to train again. I've known people who've had problems because they didn't take care of themselves. They go into alcohol or they have not had sufficient fluids. So then they develop problems because of these things.
So what was your personal best in your marathon?
I have done, I'm a novice when it comes to a marathon. So my best has been 4 hours, 25 minutes.
Oh, that's interesting. That's in fact good. And that was in your New York marathon?
That was in Chicago.
Chicago marathon. How was the terrain and all when you compare with Hyderabad?
So when I've done a few marathons, half and full marathons in India, and then done 2 international marathons. Of the 2 I've done, I liked Chicago the best. The terrain was relatively flat. And you start from the start and finish points are the same, so you get to meet your family, and they're able to meet you in multiple places, and it's very close to where we were staying, so it was actually quite enjoyable. But if you look at, for example, the other one I did in New York, where you had to actually travel for 3 hours before you actually start your run, so and then you from point A to point B, so it was a little tough. I mean, we are used to running as soon as we wake up in India because we almost always train very early in the mornings. We don't wait for the sun to come up, and we don't have breakfast, and then we're used to running on our empty stomachs and taking the nutrition on the way. So these are things which are different. But yes, every race is different. You need to adapt to it and do your best.
What was the best in terms of experience?
I think my Chicago Marathon was the best because that was my first international. I finished it on my birthday. That fit by 50 didn't happen because of COVID. So I think I could declare that I was fit on my 51st birthday when I did my Chicago Marathon. So that 50 by 51 is something I cherish.
Congratulations. And I also heard that you're preparing for Boston Marathon. When it's likely going to happen?
Boston Marathon is a dream for most endurance runners.
Right.
you do have a charity route, but most of us would like to qualify. So some of the benchmarks in marathon running are doing a sub 4 marathon or qualifying for Boston. So we call it BQ. I think I'm far away from it because I need to reduce my time a fair bit before I can qualify for Boston. But one good thing with endurance running or marathon running is the older you are, the more advantage it is, because the qualifying times tend to become longer. And I think in my case, I would look at it maybe another 4 or 5 years from now.
I wish you make it, and we'll again connect and wish you a great luck. Okay. And you never been to Mumbai Marathon?
No, I have not done either Mumbai or Delhi, or maybe the next thing I am looking at is maybe there is something called Chandigarh Fast Marathon. That's in February, so maybe I will do that next year. I'm planning to do that to try and achieve personal best.
Okay. I'll personally recommend you taking a Mumbai Marathon and Vizag Marathon. Vizag for its beauty, and Mumbai for the cheering and the passion of the Mumbaikars. Okay, I highly recommend you must take it up.
I heard about the involvement of public in Mumbai, which is phenomenal. I mean, this is something which you see in almost all the international races. But maybe Mumbai sometime in the near future.